Good morning to y'all. It is Monday. July 7th. I had to check. I know yesterday was Sunday, so clearly today had to be Monday. Busy day today. I don't know about you guys. You might be going to work. You might be, going to school again. I don't know. Whatever's going on. I hope you're having a good day. I hope, today is full of trials that you can't, the trials that you can overcome. What was I trying to say? I don't know what I was trying to say. I hope you're able to, get through everything that you have to get through today. That's what I meant to say. I don't know where I was going with that. So something fun happening later today. I'm sure that this morning will be, probably a couple hours of panic cleaning because we have a couple of friends coming over. My wife has some friends that, for one reason or another, hasn't seen these friends in a little while. Now, we saw them, I think it was I want to say 5 months ago. It was right around, it was winter. I remember that. So it must have been 5 or 6 months ago. We did see them one time, and their kids played with our kids, and we had a blast. It was over at our house. And then before that, my wife hadn't seen them in years, like long time. So they kind of rekindled, and at this last party that we went to, their kids had so much fun with our kids, and our kids had so much fun with theirs. And they had a great time kind of rekindling their relationship and talking and everything. And they were like, we have to do this again. Let's do it when it's not, when our kids aren't having snowball fights in the backyard. Let's do it when they're playing soccer in the backyard. And so we've got a couple of friends coming over. So that's pretty fun. The not as fun part is that we spend probably the entire morning panic cleaning our entire house from top to bottom, as you do, like you do. So, morning, John Marco. YouTube Studio is doing this thing where I can see you. I can't see you in the chat unless I refresh the page. I don't know why. That's weird. But there you are. You're here. And we're doing puzzles together. All right. Well, let's do it. Let's dive in. My mental timer is telling me quit yapping and start doing the puzzle. Jean-Marco, speaking of going back to school, how many more days do we have with you before you're back to your school? I hope we get to hang out, do the puzzles together, so you don't have to just watch the replay of it. We'll talk about you posthumously, I guess, but pretty soon it sounds like you're not going to be on the stream anymore. All right, so in the connections puzzle, we're trying to create 4 groups of 4. I see dog, dribble, secret, dog dribble like Air Bud, secret, footprint, rat, shoot, leak, splash, banana, source, canary, block, mark, pass, hat, and impact. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw like banana is yellow, canary is yellow. Those are the only 2 yellows I see. And then I saw some animals. I saw like year of the dog, year of the rat. Is there a year of the canary? I don't know about that. Let's see. Today's my last live. Oh, so sad. This Wednesday is my official reopening. It's supposedly today, but it was moved because of reasons not specified. That's okay. Well, I'm sad to see you go. I hope you do watch the replays, though. Okay, maybe a dribble of water, a splash of water. Or to make a splash. To make your mark. You know what I just thought of? Yeah, it's on the correct one. Okay. I need to make sure it's on the correct Wi-Fi. We've got a couple of lesser connections that it's like an extender in my basement. I don't love it. Be available Fridays and Saturdays. Oh, good. Good. Okay. A leak of water, right? And maybe a dribble. Splash, leak, dribble. And a source of water. I don't know. Oh, hear me out on this. Like, top secret, top dog, top hat? Your top banana? Is that a thing? Top banana? Might be. Yeah, I've heard of that before. Top banana. Okay, maybe we get it in reverse color order today. That would be fun. Pass. Pass, shoot, block, and dribble. These are basketball terms. Oh, I do also need to let you know that splash, in my heart, is also a technical term for basketball. I teach TV broadcast, and one of my top commentators, just a great guy, pretty soon he is getting a job at a big deal broadcast house, doing what he did in high school, commentating basketball games and football and all that. But every time they would shoot a three and make it, nothing but net, it would, go right in. He would go, splash! That was his, catchphrase. Splash! Every time somebody made a three. I know that is not... Oh, maybe we can do it in rainbow order today. No way. Reverse rainbow. That's so funny. Okay, I thought for sure that would be one of the easier ones. But blue? You're going to make it blue. All right. Okay, so... What? These aren't... Okay, here, let me shuffle them. I'll just shuffle. See it with new eyes. Source, leak, footprint. You're going to leave your footprint. You're going to leave your impact. You're going to leave your mark on the world. You're going to leave a splash on the world. Make a splash. Big impression. Okay, and look at this. We're doing it in reverse rainbow today. Oh my gosh. Gianmarco, on your last live day, and I did it. I did it. I am doing it in reverse rainbow order. I love that. An informant. I love that. Okay, check this out. In reverse rainbow order, top one purple, top blank, top banana, top dog, top hat, and top secret. Basketball moves, right? In the blue category, you've got your block, your dribble, your pass, and your shoot. If you make a big impression, you might say you made a footprint or an impact, a mark. You made your mark on the world, or you made a splash. The only one I disagree with, well, don't disagree, just it's not as obvious, I guess, is footprint. You made your footprint on the world. And then an informant, a canary. I don't know if I've heard of that, a canary. I've heard of canary in a coal mine, but I haven't heard others. And then, a leak, a rat, right? A mole. They could have said mole right there. Different animals. Or a source. Where do you get cite your sources, says your English teacher. Thank you. Yeah, congrats on the reverse rainbow. That's pretty fun. I honestly didn't expect to do that. Okay, and then the mini. Let's dive in. We got a nice little 5x5 going on. Coffee, informally, or a big coffee-producing island. I do know this. That is Java. It's also a computer programming language that I don't know. Figure skating jump. That is a lift, a sow cow. I don't know. We'll come back. Let's see. Wide-ranging music playlist. Wide-ranging music playlist. We were at, where were we? Oh, on Saturday, we went to this really fun pizza place that's kind of hip and famous downtown. And I just kind of keened my ear to the music, and I was noticing it was all over the place. So whatever this word is exactly describing the music that was at this pizza place that we went to on Saturday. It was all over the place. It was a little bit of everything. It was classic rock. It was new age. It was modern. It was everything. So wide range music playlist. On deck, aboard, portside, above, next. If you're on deck, you're next. Right? Like in baseball. Oh, there's also the Java C. You're right. Down under, welcome. How about good day? Good day, mate. Print issue. That's funny. It's a question mark, so it's a gimmick answer. Print issue. There's a jam, a paper jam. Cutting down. Maybe axing. Annoyed. Vexed. Oh, look at that. There's 3 X's in the middle. That's funny. Virtual assistant whose name starts with the same letter as its parent company. That's Alexa. Wilbur's home in Charlotte's Web. Oh, he was a pig, a sty. Nice. Very cool. All right. Going back to the puzzle itself. Okay. Coffee informally, or a big coffee producing island. Or, as John Marco pointed out, also the C, the Java C. Imagine a connections category named what Java might refer to. Coffee, programming, more coffee, or an island, a C. Yeah, for sure. Figure skating jump and axle. I forgot that word. Axle, like a triple axle. Wide-ranging music playlist. Mixes. Yeah, the music that we heard at this pizza place was a huge, wide mix. It was a mix of all sorts. On deck. Next. Good day. Down under, welcome. I love that. Print issue. Yeah, a jam. I guess the other way could have been like a magazine or something, right? Print issue. Or a volume or a, I don't know, episode. Not episode, that's TV. Cutting down. Axing. Annoyed. Vexed. Virtual assistant whose name starts with the same letter as its parent company. That is Alexa. I do not have an Alexa in my house. Very proudly don't have a smart home. No thank you, big brother. Wilbur's home in Charlotte's Web. He lives in a sty because he's a pig. Nice. All right. And we have got quite the streak. Very challenging word yesterday, but we ended up getting it in 4, luckily. That was pretty cool. All right. How about champ? Okay, no help at all. All right, that's fine, that's fine. Oh, I already played the C. I thought of lucid. That's a good word. I'm trying to come up with a non-intersecting word, a word that doesn't use any of those first 5 there. I want to use some of these lesser... Here, how about this? Toils. Whoa. Whoa, okay. Big time. All right, so there's a T, there's an S somewhere, and then there's an IL right in the middle. Okay, can we come up with a third non-intersecting word? I bet we can. But what? Is that how you spell rend? Does it have a W in it? No. To rend your clothes. Is that a word? Rendy? No, it's not. Like trendy. Grund. What? Is that a word? Okay. Okay. All right. I love that. Oh my gosh. That was one of those words where I was expecting it to go, nope, sorry, that's not a word. Okay, apparently that's a word. Grund. Oh boy. All right, so we know that it's blank blank IL something. So this might be, if the T doesn't go there and the S... So this is maybe ST. I mean, still. Or style. Right? Like a post in the ground is called a stile, like a turnstile. Do we go still or do we do style? Okay, for the sake of guessing more letters, I'm going to say style. And it might say that it's a double L. I don't know. Okay, maybe it is. Okay, still. Could it be anything else? Stilt. Oh, shoot. It could be stilt. Okay, here, let's go through the rest. Stilk, stills, still. Stilk? Is that a word? I'm going to try stilt, and if it's not, maybe it's still. Okay. Okay, if it wasn't that, I would have guessed still with two L's. Stilt. It's okay that we get it on the 5th, you guys. I'm all right with that. All right. Most of the time we get it on the 4th, but if we get it on the 5th, also just fine. We just don't want to get it on the 7th, right? That would be bad, because then we would lose our pretty decent streak of 147 days. It's like half a year, dude. That's pretty cool. Thank you. Lucas, you're awesome. Hey, Lucas, I haven't seen you in a while. Lucas, you haven't been on in a little bit. It's good to see you. Oh, man. Well, good. So we started with champ, which was no help at all. And then we just had this bombshell word, toils, which gave us the T and the S somewhere. And then an IL right in the middle. That was honestly very lucky. That was very lucky. I think that's the power of, number one, my non-intersecting word strategy, and number two, just coming up with random words. Don't go for like an every time word. You know what I mean? If you have some go-to word every single time, I'd love for you to, just whatever word pops into your head. I came up with champ, and did it help? No. Well, yes, I guess. There are only 26 letters, right? Process of elimination, if you do 3 non-intersecting words, you're going to knock out 15 of the 26. That's only 11 left. So, and usually you're able to knock out other ones, right? There might not be a Q or a W or an X or a Z unless there's a U, and then you have to consider, right? It's like there's a whole strategy behind it. And today, knowing that the T and the S were in the wrong place, I said, well, what if it's like ST, right? So still or style or stilt. And I'm glad I said stilt instead of still, because that would have freaked me out. Good. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. What if the first word in my mind is Diddy? Oh, no. Well, then you might be following the news lately. I probably wouldn't play Diddy because it has too many repeating letters in it. Sean Puffy Combs. Remember you used to go by Puff Daddy? Grund is a foundation of a building. Really? That's weird. In English? Grund? Grund. Grund. Icelandic. What is the meaning of grund? An area of shallow water in a large body of water which causes a potential danger to boats or ships. Oh, something you might run aground on. Huh. Grund meaning in English. Starting point. A basis for an argument. Cause. Foundation. There you go. That upon which anything is founded could be your grund. Something like the shallow mound you stand upon is your grund. That's interesting. Yeah, it has a ton of meanings. I looked it up. I'm surprised. All right, and if you've never played Strands before, think of it like a word search, except they don't give you the answers, and we are looking for words that kind of snake around. They don't just go up and down, left and right. Prescriptions plus. I wonder if these... I see the word pharmacy here. Pharmacy. Okay, this is probably the spangram. I see it. Okay, I think I see the spangram first thing. It just sticks out like a sore thumb here. This is one of the things that bothers me. If you go to a Walgreens or a CVS or a Rite Aid or a fill in the blank, any kind of commercial pharmacy, you will not just find over-the-counter pills and, sleep aids and braces for your knee and whatever. You will find a whole candy aisle and a whole makeup section and little toy section and nothing to do with pharmacy, right? It's like the beach aisle and I'm like, what does this have to do with a pharmacy? I came in here to get, whatever, melatonin, and here you are trying to sell me like candy and magazines and everything. It seems like pharmacies now are everything but pharmacy. The actual pharmacy is in the back, right? You have to go through all of these tempting aisles full of overpriced bags of chips and stuff. It seems more like a convenience store that just so happens to have a pharmacy in the back. I don't know. That's something that's kind of bugged me. They have this kind of clinical look to them, and they're very sterile and all that. You go and you get your medication, sure. But you can also buy cigarettes, and I'm like, this is two different things here. You can, on the one hand, you can buy medications to help stop smoking, and then here also the smoking that you're gonna do. I don't know. It's just weird. It's very two-faced. They're selling diabetes medication, and then also a whole aisle of candy that will give you diabetes. It just seems very weird, very backwards. They're selling both the problem and the cure. That has always bugged me. That has just always bugged me. But, long story short, pharmacy aisle. Everything but the pharmacy. All right. There's a beauty aisle. I hope that there's a health aisle. Why else would you go to a pharmacy if there's not a health aisle? Let's see. What else? Whoops. The vitamin aisle. I thought that said vitamin. Um, recovery, spelled wrong. Okay, what else do they have in the pharmacy aisle? They have health stuff. They have skincare, beauty. Medicine. It's smacked for. What do they have? Grocery. See, this is what I'm talking about. Everything but the medication. Vitamins. Whoops, if I can spell. Vitamins. Okay, great. Everything else that drives me crazy that a pharmacy can provide you. Yeah, vitamins. There it is. Thanks, Noah. Yeah, prescriptions plus. Okay, I'm just getting on a soapbox, but it drives me crazy that when you walk into Walgreens or CVS or Rite Aid or all the different pharmacies, you get bombarded with magazines and bags of chips and soda and all the convenience store stuff. It's everything but the hot dog roller. And then the actual pharmacy, the part that like you came in to fill your prescription, is in the back. And it's like, why are you selling me all of these other things? I don't need a greeting card. Thank you, though. You know, it's like a whole Hallmark card aisle. That's not why I came to. That's not why I came to the pharmacy. Why are you? And they have like a whole refrigerator section. You can buy a gallon of milk at the pharmacy, and it's $2, $3 more expensive than if you went across the street to the local supermarket. See, that's the other thing that drives me crazy about it. It's all very expensive. It's way more expensive than if you were to go across the street to the pharmacy. Yeah, pharmacy is one thing. Frauds are another thing entirely. I don't know, Jean-Marco, if you've ever come to the States, but if you ever get a chance to, just walk into a pharmacy. Don't even buy anything there. Just walk in and you'll go, this isn't a pharmacy. This is a convenience store. It's just so strange. It's a marketing business. Absolutely. The medicines are in the back because it's tempting you to spend more. You have to walk through all of these aisles of chips and greeting cards, and yeah, it's nuts. Anyway, in the pharmacy aisles, right, you'll see beauty, health, hopefully health at a pharmacy, grocery for some reason, vitamins for sure, medicine, greeting cards, and behind-the-counter cigarettes. Yep. It's just crazy. It seems very backwards. I don't know. American healthcare is very backwards already, so this just makes it worse. All right, in Letterbox today, we're trying to use up all 12 of these letters to create, hopefully less than 7 words, right? 6 words or less. So let's do it. I see a W, a J, and an H. I see OMG. OMG. U, T, and E. B, R, and V. So we could put TH together. We can't put WH together. Or I guess GH. We could do GH. There's no S in the puzzle. There's no R in the puzzle. Or no, excuse me, there's an R. Are the only 2 vowels O and U? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, Jean-Marco, you're the best. No, I get it. You got an early day. You got to get rested up, get your mind clear. It's been amazing having you. You're the best, man. Thank you. Okay, so lucky for us, we can double letters. See you, man. How about growth? Growth is a good word. So some tough letters are starting to show their faces, right? We got a V and a J. With only the O and the U, this is going to be hard. There's no L. Oh, I can't play a word like volume. Gosh, there's only an O and a U. No, and an E. Excuse me, there's an E in the puzzle. Thank goodness. Hover. How about hover? We can play hover. That's great. And then we're on the R. How about rejob? Not a word. I think it is. If you're going to assign a job to somebody, a contractor, and then that contractor doesn't fulfill it, you have to rejob the assignment. How about rejot? If there was a C, we could play reject. If you guys see something, let me know. I'm playing on R, trying to get rid of the J. Or we could get to the J by something else, right? We could play like... There's no D. I don't know what I was going to play with the D. R... Rebum. How about remerge? Remerge. If I had the C, I could play eject. Growth, hover, remerge. Okay, I like these words, but I think we need to kind of wipe the slate clean a little bit. So there's growth, hover, and then remerge. And then we're left with a J, a B, and a U. And it'd be nice if we could maybe start that at the beginning, use those letters, and then end on a G. There's no L. If there was an L, I could almost spell bugle. Here, how about this? How about job? And then bug. And then we play these awesome words that I wrote down. I already forgot. Growth. Glad I wrote them down because I already forgot them. TH, growth. And then hover. Hover. I forgot where the R was. And then remerge. I spelled it wrong. Boom, there it is. Okay, we had to solve in 6 today, and we did it in 4. Sweet. How did they do it yesterday? Prize and enjoyable. Oh, nice. Oh, I did say enjoy. I said enjoy and zebra. Prize and enjoyable. That's cool. Okay, well, good job if you solved it that way. That is not how we solved it. I remember we used the word zebra because I said, oh, and if you say it this way, zebra. So we started with the word growth, and then we kind of reverse engineered the puzzle to have a couple of words at the beginning. That's 5 words. Wait, when the thing came up, didn't it say, great job, you did it in 4 words? Am I losing my mind? Okay, I'm going to rewind the tape when we're done here. Didn't it say, great job, you solved it in 4 words? We absolutely did 5 words here. My mind is playing tricks on me, guys. Okay, well, we started with the word job, and then bug, and the G led us to growth, and then the H led us to hover. If we could do double letters, we'd say hoover. Hoover the yard, hoover the carpet. No, you're not going to hoover the yard. Hoover the carpet. And then R for remerge. Nice. All right. Well, at this point, if you like what you see, give it a like. Consider subscribing. We do this every day. So if you want to see these puzzles come up in your feed every day, smash the like button. All right. Let's recap. We got our connections puzzle today. We did great on that. And we did it in reverse rainbow order. Totally not on purpose, but it is pretty cool that we're doing it in Jean-Marco's honor. He sadly has got to go back to school. He's got year-long school where he's from. But in his honor, we did it in reverse rainbow order. That feels pretty good. So in the connections puzzle today, we've got purple, top blank, right? He was quick to point out that in the month of July, we would start seeing fill in the blank, right? Blanks like that in the blue category as well. So I've yet to see one that I was like, whoa, why'd you do that? You know, nothing out of the ordinary quite yet. But definitely today was a fill in the blank. Top blank. So the purple was top banana, top dog, top hat, and top secret. And then the blue category was basketball moves. You might block, dribble, pass, and shoot. And then I added a 5th one. You might make a splash. If you make a third or a 3-pointer, and it goes straight in, nothing but net, splash. That was one of my commentators in my high school TV broadcast course. We, live stream all the basketball and stuff. Wait, the Strands for you is different from the rest of us? Really? Really? I don't know why it's different. Well, there it is. If you see this one, it's very doable. Okay. And then the green, big impression, right? Make a footprint, make an impact, make a mark. Make your mark on the world and make a splash. The one that's kind of weird there is footprint, right? Like, yes, you make footprints by stepping places, but does that mean you make a big impression on the world? Make a footprint? You're kidding. Okay, so Gianmarco can see the future, but he's seeing all the way to July 31st. Connections is a hard one, the hardest one they've created since publication. Well, happy birthday to me then. You guys know, well, some of you guys know if you've been on the channel a long time, I share a birthday with Harry Potter. And if you're telling me that Harry Potter and me are going to have the hardest time on our birthday doing the puzzles, then we are in for it. We are in for it. Okay, well, I'll cross my fingers. Maybe watch the replay of that one if you can't watch it live. Big impression. Footprint. Yeah, that's the only one I'm like, what? What do you mean footprint? It would make a big impression, your footprint on the sand. And then reverse rainbow order, we ended on yellow. An informant might be a canary, a leak, a rat, or a source. Actually, I was going to look that one up too, because I've actually never heard of an informant as a canary. Let me read about that one. A canary informant is a slang term for a person who provides information about criminal activity to law enforcement. Oh, the term canary is used because informants are seen as singing or disclosing information similar to a bird singing. Oh, interesting. That's news to me. I know all the other ones, though, right? Someone's a snitch, a rat, a mole, a source. Lots of different words you might use there. Okay, and then in the mini crossword today, Java, as you pointed out, that we have lots of different names for the word Java. Coffee informally, or a big coffee-producing island. You might refer to it as the island of Java, or the C, the Java C, or the computer programming language Java. I don't know if you noticed, there are 3 X's right through the middle of the puzzle here. XXX. Figure skating jump is an axle. Wide-ranging music playlists, mixes. I heard a music mix just the other day that blew my mind because it was, name a genre and it was playing during this, during this dinner we had at this pizza place. It was kind of fun, actually, to hear such a wide variety of music. I'm like, wow, this is all over the place. That's what's going on in my head, too. I love when people ask, hey, what music do you like? It's a mix. It's a little bit of everything, honestly. Everything from jazz to rap to hardcore to indie to you name it. If you're making music, I want to hear it. Yeah, that's I just love all sorts of music. On deck. If you're on deck, you're next. And then Australian Down Under welcome. G'day. G'day, mate. Want some Vegemite? Let's see. Print issue. A jam. Oh, that's not fun. Printer jam. Cutting down. Axing. Right? Chopping it down. Annoyed. Vexed. Virtual assistant whose name starts with the same letter as its parent company. Alexa. The Amazon Alexa. I do not have an Amazon Alexa in my home, nor do I plan to anytime. Wilbur's home in Charlotte's Web, a sty, a pigsty, because he's a pig. All right, and look how lucky we got with the Wordle today. I started with the word champ, which was no help at all, and that's okay. And then a non-intersecting word with champ is toils, and I know that's probably not the word because it's very unlikely they're going to use a 4-letter word with an S pinned on the end. That's usually I've never seen that. But it gave us 4 letters. That's insane. Technically, it gave us all of the letters because there were 2 T's in the final puzzle. And then just for kicks, I tried one more non-intersecting word, grund, which we had to look it up. Gianmarco said that it's like your foundation. It's basically like, so there's a few different words for it. A grund is like a shallow bank of land that you might accidentally run your boat into without seeing it. It's also like the basis of your argument is a grund. It's like your stump, right? It's like your it's the firm belief that you base an argument on, or your foundation, your basis. That's a good word for it, your basis. So grund was no help, even though we learned a new word today. And then style. I tried style because I thought, if the T doesn't go there, maybe it's like ST. So I tried, all right, let's get the obvious out of the way. And it was STIL. But I tried the E, it wasn't an E. And I thought, oh, man, okay, I've got 2 guesses left, and I can think of 2 more words that go STIL. There's still, and then there's stilt. And I don't know why. I was like, okay, what's the likelihood that it's still? Maybe not as much. I wonder if they would have picked stilt. And honestly, it's a 50-50 shot, right? I don't know if they hand select each word every day or if I don't know. But anyway, I went, yeah, let's try stilt. And if it's not, then maybe we'll go for still. Lucky. A theme no one can get if they think extremely hard. Oh, man. Okay, well, we're in for it. Okay, and then I went on a tirade today. I got onto my grund, and I gave my opinion on the Strands puzzle today, the pharmacy aisles. I don't like going to pharmacies because of this very fact, right? It's prescriptions plus there's all these extra goofy, unnecessary things that you could easily buy at either a grocery store for less money or a convenience store, maybe attached to a gas station or something. They sell everything but scratch-off cards, and maybe some do. I don't know. It just seems like, if you go to a gas station convenience store, you're going to see some of these things. And I'm like, what? I'm here for a prescription. I'm here for vitamins. I'm here for, health care kind of stuff. Not for groceries. Not for greeting cards. And, it's just so weird. I don't know. I don't love that. Groceries, vitamins, medicine, health, and beauty. At some point, there's health involved there at a pharmacy. You go to a Rite Aid or a CVS or something, it just grinds my gears that it's everything but your prescriptions. In fact, you have to go all the way through the entire pharmacy just to go see the prescriptions, just to go see that stuff. I don't know. It's weird marketing. It's kind of exit through the gift shop. Have you ever seen Banksy's documentary, Exit Through the Gift Shop? It's kind of that same vibe. Except not about the art world. It's about the weirdness of it all. They changed the Strands because of a controversy? Really? What was yours about? What? They changed the Strands because of a controversy. So that's why yours is different. I want to hear all about it. Tell me about yours. I thought you were going to bed, man. I want to hear all about this. What controversy would this stir up? So I guess if mine is like the watered down version. Oh, now I'm dying to know. You have to tell me. What was the controversy? All right, and then Letterboxd. Let's see. We had the 12 letters, and we had to do this in 6. You can see it on top. Sorry if it cuts off on an iPhone or something. I wanted to put that little reminder on the top where it says try to solve in 5 or however many it is, because that wasn't there, and then I added it. Hello, mother. Hello, father. Oh. Yeah, that's a little controversial right now. Because in Texas, there was a huge flood that came through and knocked out this camp for girls. These girls at a camp, and still 30 of them are missing, and it's just heartbreaking. So poor timing, maybe poor choice of timing, because the rest of that song. Hello, mother. Hello, father. I'm having fun at Camp Granada. Da, 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 da. No, it's not about testing of it. Where we're talking about going to camp, and then that knocked out. I mean, not just the camp, but no. There's a bunch of girls unaccounted for. It's heartbreaking. So to stir that up, it's just a little too raw, right? If to have. It's camp time, right? It's you go to camp, you go to, it's a summer vacation kind of thing. You go camping and go to summer camps and stuff. But where there was this huge tragedy that just barely happened, it's maybe a little too raw. So I see that. I see why they might change it. I am a little surprised that, I don't know, maybe they have spare ones and they're just like, okay, we got to throw this in. What do we do? This one. That's interesting. So when you did the puzzle, it was not this one? Huh. That's interesting. Okay, so with the letterbox, we had job, and then the B led to bug, and the G led to growth, and the H led to hover, and the R, we just needed the M at the end. So here I am using way too many letters. I used remerge just to get rid of the M. So, well, let's see. Looks like I'm paused, so if you're sick of looking at my face, that's why. This next week, I am hopefully soon getting Google Fiber to get a better internet connection. So, sorry it died, guys. Okay, well. I'm going to try switching it over. Is that crazy? Is that crazy? Here, let's see if that does it. Okay, are we sending data again? It says no data still, so maybe it will send soon. Very, very slow send. It's very slowly moving. Okay, well, I was about to send off anyway, so maybe it's all right. Maybe it's fine. I just had to switch my internet connection because my internet is terrible right now. Well, good. Yeah, thanks for a great chat. Gianmarco, I'm sad to see you go. It's been really fun to have you always comment and give insight and see the future of what, future puzzles are coming, and gosh, even create some of the puzzles. That's really fun that you've been able to contribute to some of the connections and that kind of thing. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you have a good day. Back to the grind, right? Some of you are starting, if you have year-round school, maybe you're just starting school again, or if you have some fun things going on or not so fun things going on, I hope you just get to enjoy. So yeah, you guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream. Thanks for, just being amazing. So I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.